Why are you listening?
Why are you different?
Why are you here?
Why are you connected?
Why are you inspired?
Why are you tuned in?
Why are you on CJRU? Hello everyone, it's me, your ever-faithful Why Are You host, Cody. I have a real treat for anyone tuning in today. Want to know what we're bringing into the house?
I love the word. I fucking love the word.
That's right. This week's show is all about that most devious of devilish language, cursing. Yes, pernicious profanity, sweet, sultry swearing, cutthroat cussing. However, since our lovely friends at the CRTC have decided that such vulgarity cannot be allowed on to hit the airwaves, every last onerous obscenity has been lovingly and carefully bleeped by yours truly. First up, I thought we'd talk a little about the origin of curse words. At least, the origin of curse words used most often by English speakers in North America. Have you ever thought about where all that wash your mouth out with soap slang comes from? As we all know, English is notorious for the way it pilfers and pickpockets from everyone it comes in contact with. So what could it be? Did we pluck our foul aphorisms from the Far East? Maybe we made off with our mischievous malarkey from Morocco. It's actually, drumroll please, Deutschland. That's right, Germany. Scheiße, Arschloch, Hall, Ficken. Sound familiar to anyone? Not too hard to make the transition from Deutsch to English, is it? This actually has its roots in early classism, believe it or not, and also why so many of us think that French sounds très fancy. A long, long time ago, the French conquered the Germans, and as such, the language of the French became the language of the victorious. However, the language of the Germans, well, became the language of the not victorious. And so German became the language of the common folk. It's a huge part of why not just our curses bear such a resemblance to German, but so many of the base words of our language. It became, at that point in history, plebeian, common, vulgar even. And that reverberates through time and space and affects the way we think even today. Fascinating, isn't it? Up next, we'll have a short break, and then we'll hear from my friend, Annika. Miss Mary had a steamboat, the steamboat had a bell. Miss Mary went to heaven, the steamboat went to hell. Oh, operator, please give me number 9. And if you disconnect me, I'll kick you in behind the yellow curtain. There sat a piece of glass, Miss Mary sat upon it, and heard her big fat ask me no more questions. Please tell me no more lies. The boys are in the washroom, doing up their flies are in the city. The thieves are in the park. Miss Mary and her boyfriend are kissing in the D-A-R-K. Dark is like a movie, the movie's like a show. The show is like a TV, and this is all I know. I know my mom. I know my pa. I know my sister who wears a wonder bra.
Alright, so what are some swear words that you know in Spanish?
Is
Okay.
Llamada mi madre is like your mother, or it's hard to translate. Damn her. I don't know.
Right.
Well, is also just kind of like fuck her, or like damn something. Which I don't know how to translate that. Alright, next. It's too specific.
To what? Like, a certain situation? Like, when would you say it?
It's like I don't give a damn,
Okay.
but it's also like I don't. It has a. It's directly connected with penises or like. See, I never really understood it.
Okay.
But
You just see
well, I mean, then there's ones that aren't as bad. You want those too?
Yeah.
Maldita sea is like God damn it.
Okay.
Or damn it.
Yeah.
Oh, Schniep. Schniep is like again, it's kind of like fucking Nietzsche this, but it's yeah.
You'd say it about a person or something?
Yeah, you could say Schniep Andres, like Schniep, fucking Andrew, or you could say like Schniep Piedra, that fucking rock, or
Right.
yeah.
That's pretty good. I mean,
Yeah, she's,
okay.
you know.
Great.
There you go.
Hey, Esther.
Hi, Annika.
Hey. Okay, can you get your cell phone out, please?
I have it.
Does it have data?
Yes.
Okay, great. Can you go to blog.buttermouth.com?
Okay, hold on. Yes.
Okay, you're at the site?
I clicked on it. Yes. blog.buttermouth.com. Yes.
Okay. Can you search how to swear 100 ways in 20 different foreign languages?
Hold on 1 second. Sure. I don't know how to see that. What do you mean? Where do I search that?
And in the top right or left corner, there should be a magnifying glass.
Okay, yeah, magnifying glass. Okay, how to swear, what? How to swear 100 times in...
100 ways in 20 different foreign languages.
Okay. Okay, I'm waiting.
Okay, great. So just scroll down to the bottom once it loads. And you'll see Italian. If you could just scroll to Italian, that'd be great.
Is this supposed to be something you're showing me? Top streaming titles on Netflix, Amazon, HBO, and the internet. This is what I'm seeing so far. It's still loading.
It's still loading, probably. Those are probably just commercials.
I'm going to scroll down and go into Italian.
That's right. That sounds like
How to
fun.
swear 100 ways, okay? I got that. So do I click on that link?
You click on the link, yeah.
Okay, I'm scrolling down. Please read a lot of what this people is extremely offensive. Oh boy.
Esther.
Yeah. Italian, yeah.
Okay, great. So all I want you to do is say those words.
I know that's
Okay, hold on. A little bit louder and more clearly, please.
Why do you want it a little louder and more clearly?
Just because I want to be able to hear all the enunciation.
Are you playing a trick on me or something?
No trick whatsoever, Esther.
Okay. Okay, so the first one, this is very dialect, by the way, and it's not my family's dialect, so it's not
Sure.
really Italian, just so you know.
Okay, well, that's alright.
Okay. See, that to me, I would never have known what that means. Anyway, the way you say it is,
Okay, and that means, what the f*** do you want from my balls? Okay, next.
which I've never heard before. Oh, no,
Get out of here, jerk. Okay, next.
Okay,
Wait.
now the way you would say it is, so, that's how you would say that, now that I understand the meaning.
And it means get out of here, jerk. Okay.
Yeah. Maybe I should take this off. I can't make it bigger. That's awful.
That means to your dead relative. Okay.
The next one is, I'm just laughing so bad. I've never heard these, by the way. Vai a morire ammazzato.
That means go and die murdered.
No, it's just terrible. Voy a morir ammazzato. And the next one, oh God. Yeah, SOB is figlio di puttana.
Okay, that means son of a...
Yeah, or we say in English SOB.
Right, son of a... Thank you, Esther. You've just been recorded.
I knew you were doing something.
No, it's because we're doing a profanity show for the radio. So we just want people who actually speak the language to say some swear words in them. In there.
Hey again. Hope you've been having a good time. We've had a lot of fun with all our dirty talk this week on YRU, but maybe if you've been paying close attention, you might have seen beneath all our playfulness. At the root of this issue we sometimes call vulgarity lies something much more important to all of us. Freedom. The freedom to speak freely and to push boundaries. To be human is to attempt to circumvent the rules put in place for us, and it can manifest itself, say, in a schoolyard song, with clever rhymes that let you cuss without punishment from your parents as a kid, or learning how to say swears in different languages that would otherwise raise an eyebrow or two, and right up to crooning your desires in double entendre like we just heard with Bessie Smith. While relatively tame by today's standards, moments in history like that changed the face of the world as we know it now. Where would we be without all of the boundary pushers and line crossers? It begs the question, what is profanity? Who decides what vulgar is? Is the line arbitrary or necessary? Annika and I even asked several folks we talked to whether or not swearing is necessary, and we had a hard time finding a straight answer. Some we talked to felt that swearing was cheap and a crutch for the unimaginative. Others loved the freedom they felt it gave them. Cursing was a release, and above all, to them it was fun. But what would happen if we got rid of the line completely? Would that sense of release still exist for them? How much of the fun is in how wrong it supposedly is? Is the pleasure in the scandal? And what does the word mean without it? I hope you take the time to think on these questions today. For our final song of the day, I have to offer a beautiful song by Martha Wainwright. Once again, carefully edited for radio, as it does contain several words that would fall under our theme of the day.
Poetry is no place for a heart that's proud. For you wherever you are, for you wherever you are.
And that brings us to a close for this week's edition of YRU. Thanks to my co-contributor Annika Foreman and all of the folks we interviewed or sent in their favorite cuss via Facebook. Special thanks to Rhonda Ondal, Sandy Winnie Katz, and Audrey Thompson of the Office of the Provincial Advocate for Children and Youth, and to Michael Newton and Jackie Toonstra right here at the Scope on CJRU 1080 AM. The views and opinions expressed in this show do not necessarily reflect those of the Office of the Provincial Advocate for Children and Youth. You can check out all of our past shows on the Scope's website at thescope@ryerson.ca and keep up with us by finding YRU on all your social media. I'm your host, Cody Escuyas, signing off for YRU. Till next time.